Hey guys, Yankee here, and today I want to be giving my thoughts on D-Frag Volume 3. Um, this is a fun volume because we get like a couple of just like one-off chapters at the start, and then this like second half of this is just like a big story arc that's kind of a follow-up to uh, Kazama trying to actually, um, you know, take take control of the school, like basically prove he's the strongest, right? Beat all the people that like all the gangs and stuff. So the first chapter is a follow up to the last arc where Kazama has been saved. They are still playing their Aero Mag Smuggler game, and they're trying to force Kazama to play because they saved him, and he really doesn't want to, and he is trying to convince Takao to play in his stead. It's a 4-player game, so she can play instead of him, and he's trying to weasel his way out of it. Eventually, he convinces Takao to play for him, only for Roka, I believe, to reveal that this is a new updated version. It's actually 5 players now, so they can both play. And then the second half of that chapter is Takao and Kazama fighting over which character to play. There was one that was like just Gandhi, just a regular guy, and the other one was like a tentacle monster, like Arrow Tentacle or something. I don't remember what his name was. And so like the second half is them like, now that they've gotten sort of tricked into playing this game, they're just trying to pick the least weird character. Eventually Roka offers to let them use one of her character that she's playing, and then like the club just ends, and Roka doesn't want to play as the gross tentacle thing, has them create a new character for the next time they play, and then I don't think they ever actually end up playing the game. So that chapter's fun. The next chapter is setting up Sean Konikone Sensei, who in the Seven Seas translation is just called Sean Connery Sensei, which I don't like as much. But basically, Kazama's a delinquent. He's supposed to be skipping class and stuff. And somebody sort of questions him on that. I think it was the president. And he basically says, hey, I always come to this class because it's Sean Konikone Sensei's class, and he saved my life as a kid, so I always make sure to come. And so we get like this flashback of Kazama and his friends as children stuck on the roof of this burning building, and Sean Konikone Sensei shows up, saves the day. There's also like a woman who was dressed, because they were watching like some Sentai show or something like that, where the guy in the Sentai performance is trapped with them, where a woman takes off and abandons them on the roof, which is funny. But they're saved. In the meantime, Kazama's lunch has been completely stolen. It was made by his little sister. Everyone was trying it. He had no food left. And then Funabori, who was mentioned in the last volume, when they were trying to play, the delinquents were trying to play Aero Mag Smuggler, one of them had a photo of Funabori. She shows up in this, and we sort of get an introduction to her. And she is actually, throughout the rest of this volume, even into the next arc coming up. So there's that. We set up that there's a teacher at the school that Kazama has a lot of respect for, and he's like an Indiana Jones knockoff. It's fun. Next chapter is sort of an introduction to a character and then a lead-in to the arc, right? We are introduced to Shio Hachi, who is another male member of the game development club. He is from a rich family, and they make like games and stuff. But one day he got attacked by Roka and had the bag put over his head. And he's just a weirdo who likes that, who wants to have the bag over his head. And that's basically how this whole tournament at the end of this spawns is. Kazama got bagged. Shio wants the bag. Roka is upset that they're basically competing over her property. And it just sort of snowballs into like this school-wide tournament where they're competing for this bag. Like, everybody joins the tournament. It's like, oh, there's a big tournament coming up. I wonder what the prize will be. And then it's revealed it's one of Roka's bags, and nobody cares. And then as soon as it's like, but it was washed and folded and taken care of by Funabori, and then all of a sudden, everybody wants it. Every guy at school wants it. And yeah, that's the competition. We get a lot of funny moments. Like the first round is kind of a free-for-all where everybody just has to knock everybody out of the ring. And there's a stupid gag where, all right, the cow has large breasts, and that is played up a lot in this, where she has like a track suit, like a track jacket, that she can't zip up all the way because her boobs got too big. And there's like this ridiculous moment where she zips it up all the way and she like pumps her fist in the air and everyone's like celebrating, like, oh my god, this is incredible. Well, eventually the zipper gives out and it knocks Kazama out. So we end up skipping most of this tournament. Like, everybody gives Kazama a bye. It's like, oh, it's just an accident. Like, it's fine. When he wakes up, we can put him back in. And we skip most of the tournament. So we're in this free-for-all where all these people are competing. Next moment, we're in the semifinals where it is Takao versus Roka in musical chairs and Shio Hachi versus Kazama in, like, a thumb war. And we just skipped, like, this whole thing, and we get, like, this flashback of, like, people that were competing being like, yeah, it was just an accident, like, let Kazama sit this out, he can join back up, and we'll face him in, like, in the finals or whatever, and every single one of those guys is gone. But eventually, Roka defeats Takao, Kazama defeats Shiohachi, and this is sort of like a follow-up to last arc where Kazama, wanting to sort of climb his way up the ranks of the school by defeating delinquents and stuff, and now that he knows that Roka is the secret final boss of the school that everybody knows, like, I'm pretty sure even during the tournament, like, over the intercom, it is announced that, like, Roka is the secret final boss of the school, so not a secret at all. But it's a follow-up to that, right? It's like, she's the top of the school, Kazama's going to try and face off against her, right? Keep, climbing up the ranks. And the game that they have to play is no skill at all. It is the King's game, where they draw, like, popsicle sticks. One of them has a crown on it. Whoever has the one with the crown on it is the king. And that's the game. And so we get, like, this little back and forth between Roka and Kazama for a little bit, where Roka's like, I won, like, a free popsicle. Like, you eat a popsicle, and if the stick has this on it, you win. So I'm very lucky. And then Kazama's like, no, you've used up all your luck. Not long ago, I was out walking about, and I found somebody's New Year's money. Some little girl named Tama-chan. I found her, 10,000 yen on the ground. And I didn't keep it, I brought it to the police. I've been saving up my luck. And we just get this back and forth for a little bit, only for when they go to draw the sticks out of, like, a can. Kazama basically wedges Roka's stick and, like, moves it in a way that they both break, and both pieces at, like, the ends that show who would have won fly up into the air. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense how he did that. But it's a fun moment where he eventually gets up, grabs them both, and he wins. And then we get, like, a reveal at the end that even though Kazama won sort of by cheating, kind of cheating, Roka had the winning stick herself. And yeah, the big, like, tournament arc is so fun. It's one of my favorite parts of the anime. It's really good in the manga here too. And, like, yeah, this is just a fun, silly comedy, but, like, the big arcs, especially, like, the tournament, again, like, they're just a lot of fun. Goofy, silly, but also with, like, a little bit of a story going on. It's good. D-Frag continues to be a lot of fun. I like this series a lot. I think more people should check it out, because I don't think anybody talks about this series really after the anime aired. I almost never see anybody mention it, and it's a shame, because it's really, really funny. But anyway, those are my thoughts on D-Frag Volume 3. It is a lot of fun, and I think people should check it out. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.